Para.
Hello and welcome to Sacred Pause with your host, myself, Kelsey Keil. This is the podcast for anyone looking for a break, a quiet moment to just be, without any other obligations other than to get grounded, get in your heart, get out of your head, and to be still in whatever it is you're struggling with and desperately wanting to heal. Oftentimes, all we need in order to feel at peace is a sacred pause. Do you find yourself rushing a lot of the time? Whether you are doing normal, mundane tasks like cleaning your house, or maybe rushing through more important things like spending time with family and friends. If you find yourself rushing through your days and would like to rush less and enjoy more, I promise this is the episode for you. Hey everyone, I hope you're all well and being easy and loving to yourselves and to others. That is hands down always the way to go, even if someone isn't being the nicest to you, and especially if you aren't being nice to yourself. That's a clear sign that you are simply being too hard on yourself. And on that note, I think what I want to talk about today is very much connected to this because it's so important to allow ourselves to just be and give ourselves the gift of patience and ease every single day, no matter what we're doing. Why are we rushing through our days, our daily tasks? Do we want to rush this one life we have? Are we rushing just to get somewhere so we can then just rush some more? Because I don't know if you've noticed, but there is and always will be more to do. Always, especially if you're continuously growing and building. Let's use cleaning or organizing your home as an example. So why would we be rushing to make our house perfectly clean and organized? So that we could feel more perfect and in order? I know that whenever I'm frantically running around the house cleaning and trying to make it perfect, it's to make me feel more perfect and more in order, as if my house is me. When in actuality, this is pretty obvious. My house is not me at all. When I die, I don't take it with me. I don't even take my body with me. So in a way, I'm doing small things like cleaning the house to make myself more perfect and in order. And as a perfectionist, you can get a good high off of a perfect house. But long term, I personally don't think it's helping me at all. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a clean, organized space, like a lot. And 9 out of 10 times, it will be exactly that. My space will be perfect. But it's more important to realize why you're doing it and how you are feeling when you're doing it. If it's increasing your adrenaline, which then increases your anxiety and excitement because our bodies actually don't know the difference between the two, and your mind is running rampant, then I think we should take a look at this and figure out a better way to do these things. Still clean your house, but don't do it because you think it'll make you feel more perfect or more whole and complete. It will, but only for a short matter of time. Just until your son or daughter spills their juice on the couch or your cat spills over their food bowl. We'll stick to this example, but you can literally use anything as an example. Anything you're feeling called to, anything that you find yourself frantically rushing through, use any of those. So another reason for why we are frantically organizing or cleaning the house is maybe to feel like we are more ready and more prepared. Visually, we might look more prepared. And after the house is perfect, we might be able to finally relax, but only after the house is perfect. Have you ever said something like that? I'll be happy when I've graduated from college. I've definitely said that. I'll be happy when I get that car. I've for sure said that. I promise you, any type of accolade or physical object like a big house or car, all great things to have, but they will never, ever, ever satisfy what you really want and need and are striving for. Although it sure gets damn confusing at times. So what if we could feel whole, complete, relaxed, and at peace when the house is a mess or finances are a mess or before we get that dream car or job? Now, setting a goal or task for yourself and achieving it is an amazing, amazing thing, and you should keep doing that. But the feeling of anxiety or uncertainty or the feeling of the clock ticking and the time is running out before it's all perfect is what I want us all to really look at. and why it's so vital for us to work to eliminate that part of us as much as we can. If you can't fully relax until something is perfect or complete, that is a sign that something is missing inside of you. It's a sign that you're off balance in some way. So when these feelings and urges and needs come up, really take a look at it and feel and breathe into it. Don't just listen to that urge immediately and do it just so it can be done and checked off your to-do list for the day. Just for it to happen again and again, over and over, because it will. Continuing with the clean house example, it especially will if you live with other people, you have kids, or you have a bunch of animals like me. You will drive yourself crazy. And I know this because I drive myself crazy with this stuff all the time. But now I know, I'm realizing more and more every day that it is not worth it. It's never worth it. Not at all. So really understand that your peace and your balance is way more important than how your house looks. And once you fully get that, you'll find yourself cleaning and organizing your house so joyously and peacefully, and you will be having a blast just doing your thing and cleaning the house, rather than cleaning your house when you are, for example, feeling vulnerable and want to make yourself feel better short term and make it look like you have it all together on the outside. One thing that really helps me get into that flow state while doing something like cleaning, for example, again, is by putting it all on my schedule. Having a part of my day completely dedicated to this task and giving myself a bit more time than I actually need. That way, I won't always be looking at the clock and thinking about what I have to do next, and you'll find that you can get even more done when you're in this focused, relaxed state than when you are frantically running around physically and mentally. There's only so much that can get done when you're in that state. So really, be aware of these different states and do what you have to do to stay in your heart and to stay present and stay calm. Listening to your favorite podcast or some music really helps me too. And when I'm in this fluid, open, and connected space, that's when I get so many great ideas and downloads about pretty much everything. New business ideas, new ideas for my podcast, downloads to reach out to someone, like call your grandma or call your dad. Literally happens all the time. Pretty magical stuff. Last time you were anxiously doing something and just rushing through it like your life depended on it, how did you feel? Did you get any good insights? I would say probably not, because when we are in that frantic state, we are leaving zero space for fun, zero space for joy, zero space for anything, nothing. If there's no space, nothing else will come in. It's that simple. So now, because of this awareness, when I'm cleaning the house, I'm not only making my space pristine, I'm also doing it with love and ease because I'm aware of why I'm doing it, which is because I respect and love the space I live in. So I will give it my time and my love, while I'll also fully enjoying myself, learning new things from my favorite podcast, and gaining so many new ideas and insights about so much. Now that is productive, and that is the power of awareness. All I had to do is ask myself questions before jumping right into urges. You got to be careful though. Our minds are tricky things. You should, it's like when you have the thought, you should clean the house. Seems like a pretty normal and harmless thought, right? But if you ask yourself why a few times, you can find out a lot more, and that you aren't just doing it for the obvious reason. And again, once you're aware of these habits, every time they come up, you can recognize and pivot to that space you want to be. You can pivot into that space you want to be in and live in, and do this with everything your mind comes up with. And before you know it, you'll be doing all the things you want to be doing, and you'll be doing them for all the right reasons. You'll be doing it for you, truly for you, for your wellness, not just seemingly doing it for you. Not just doing it and feeding the ego monster who is so scared of everything not being perfect. If you can be confident and strong when everything isn't going perfectly, that's how you know you are prepared for whatever it is life has in store for you. And whatever it is you're calling into your life, life is not perfect, not one bit. And the more we can work with that and understand that, life will become easier, more fluid, and more gentle. All because you will be more aligned with you, more aware and more connected and happier. And the more connected you are, the more loving you will be to yourself and to others. Thank you so much for listening to this episode on rushing less and enjoying more. I hope this helps you in your life. If it did and you think it could help others live with more ease and peace, please copy the link and text it to them. or share it on your Instagram, and definitely tag me at Kelsey W. Keil. And as always, if you could leave me some feedback and a quick rating and review, that would be so helpful. I'd be so grateful. And as always, I love you all so much and can't wait to talk to you all next week. Have a great weekend.